Hey guys, how's it going? So, today in this video, we're actually going to be taking a break from the bay. I gotta pick up welding wire. I should be picking up some this week, so that should be good to go. So yeah. So we're going to be actually putting some attention towards my KA. Not that one. That one. So my goal is I want to paint the block and I want to clean up the intake manifold. I've already cleaned it up. I've actually completely gutted it and made block off plates for everything. But I want to actually shave down like all these little nubs and stuff, you know, they don't look good. So I want to shave it down as much as I can. So yeah. So I gotta get this thing off the engine hoist and we can get to it. We got it. Alright, so we finally got the intake manifold off. It was a pain to get off because I already resealed it once. But yeah, at least my valves and everything look pretty clean. Kinda. A little fuel soaked. Since I still need to tune this thing. But hey, it's off. So yeah, as you see, the whole rat's nest is pretty much gone for the most part. I made my own block off plates and stuff. But yeah, so now we can go ahead and start shaving this thing. I gotta be really careful with this thing because it's aluminum. I've never shaved one of these before, or actually an intake manifold in general. So this should be pretty cool. So alright, this is it's going good so far. It's kind of a mess, as you see. Yeah. But it's alright, it's gonna be worth it in the end. So we got this one shaved down. We shaved down some of those little casting marks that came up. And then we got this one shaved down. So far it seems like whoa. I'm using that to keep metal out of my face. So it seems like the best tactic is to take a sawzall and cut the biggest chunk you can off of where you're trying to go at, and then taking a feather wheel. Seems to be working out pretty well, and then just grinding it down. A regular grinder doesn't seem to work for some reason. It doesn't really bite at it and smoothly. And then the cutoff wheels, well, they just kind of blow up on you. I don't know what it is. I think it's because it's cast. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, so that seems to be my tactic, and it's actually working out pretty well. These are all coming out pretty smooth. So I'm super excited. Alright guys, so we're getting there slowly but surely. I just got this piece, touch up a little bit here. I'm gonna take this ear here off, and then I think that's really about it for it. Alright, so I got it all cleaned up now, finished it up. Turned out pretty good. I think what I'm gonna do is end up taking this to a sandblaster so I can get that OEM texture, because I really want that. I don't want this to stick out like a sore thumb. So I'll take it to the sandblaster and get that texture beat into it. So therefore it should turn out pretty good. But here's an OEM one out of an S13. Here is my S14 intake manifold. There's a little bit of difference. Should turn out pretty good. I'm excited. I'm really excited for that. But so that's all done until I get time to take it up to sandblaster. Now we're gonna end up painting the block. So I picked up some VHT engine enamel in black, obviously, but that's what's gonna be going on it. But we gotta remove some stuff. Obviously some stuff in the way. Maybe just the alternator. I think the power steering pump. Yeah, power steering bracket has to come off. Engine mounts, maybe. I might take those off. And that's really about it. But I gotta take a wire brush to the entire block, get it as cleaned up as much as I can, and then start going at it. So let's get at it. We got this all stripped down, and it's yeah, it's a little dirty, but so I'm gonna be resealing this. That's not a big issue. I think I might actually have a spare gasket laying around. This for the PCV, I'm actually gonna be buying an adapter bung so I can run a catch can and getting rid of the old crusty box that is right here. I mean, look at this thing. Yuck. But so it's not a big issue. So that actually adapts it to, I believe, an AN8 bung, so I can just run that up to a catch can after I weld up the PCB holes in the intake over there. But yeah, so we got the side stripped down, and let's get to the mess. Alright, so we got the block all prepped and ready. I taped it off for the most part, and yeah, turns out it's coming out pretty alright. Not as much rust as I thought, but this side was oily as hell just because my oil pan gasket's been pissing. But yeah, we're gonna throw a little bit etch primer on there just for the VHT to kind of hear a little bit better. But yeah, so spray this on and see how it turns out. Alright guys, so we got it all primered up. Turned out pretty alright primer, I guess. So yeah, so now we're gonna lay down our VHT, the good stuff. It's for the block, and so let's get at it. Alright, first coat. Went a little heavy unfortunately, but at least it's a block, I guess. This thing really doesn't spray that well. I don't like that at all. So, we'll let it dry, see how it comes out. Alright guys, so I may have gotten a little antsy and went ahead, but I finished up painting the block. And it looks good. It looks really good. To the point, now I gotta paint timing covers and some other stuff. I want to show you guys. Alright. It came out so good. It looks brand new. Like, it's not sticky or tacky. I didn't expect it to come out this glossy, but honestly, I'm not even mad about it. It looks so good. So, yeah. So I just got chilling on the engine stand or hoist so that I can start cleaning up timing covers and stuff because they're all disgusting. And I gotta reseal the oil pan because, funny enough, that's the whole reason I pulled this motor. And then all this just started. It's been a snowball effect, as they call it. So, yeah. Originally, I thought it was the rear main because it was leaking through the trans. I was like, oh, great. Okay, so I'll just pull trans to rear main. Well, pulled the trans, looked in there, and it's just leaking out of the oil pan so badly that it looked like a rear main. So, dummy, but I'm not complaining, I guess. It is what it is. You just gotta say it sometimes. Also, I picked up welding wire, so now I can go back at that in the engine bay and the next video, maybe. We'll see. But, so I am gonna go start cleaning the timing covers and getting that all degreased and cleaned up, and I will be back. Alright, got it all cleaned up. Now we're painting it with show the can, that stuff. Aluminum blast. It's actually working out pretty good. So Grant went to town with the aluminum blast. So it's actually turning out pretty damn good. I'm super stoked on this. And for all you KA guys that know, you know. But Grant's hitting it with the heat dryer. So, because it's cold as hell in this garage. So we're trying to get the paint, keep it cured. So, yeah. I'll update you guys how it turns out. Alright guys, so me and Grant got it all sprayed down and I already pulled the cover off. I'm so excited to see how this turns out. You guys ready? It's gonna be pretty cool looking, I think. Alright. Now there was a little bit of overspray on the block, so I'll have to touch it up tomorrow since I'm gonna let this cure and dry overnight. But see how this thing turned out. Set down there. Oh my god. Wow. This is a whole new motor. Crazy. Grant, look at this. Dude, this thing's like a whole new motor.
Jesus. That shit works.
That's crazy.
Not a lot of horsepower.
No, it's not a whole lot. A little bit touch up needed, but it's not bad.
That looks minty.
Very minty. The aluminum blast fucking works so well.
Vapor honey in a can.
Vapor. Yeah, exactly. But alright guys, we're gonna let this dry for overnight and I will get back to you guys. Alright guys, it's the next day. So fix the overspray on the block. So it looks pretty good. Some little spots, it's not worth trying to fix those little spots because it's just gonna ruin everything. So it's good. It's 20 million times better than what it was. This side it got cleaned up actually really good. I don't know if you guys can quite see that, but this side came out really good. This side, it's all right. It'll be fine. But so now we're gonna start on the oil pan because this thing is leaking really badly. And of course, Blackheart TV'd it really good. So it's gonna suck coming off. But it's leaking, so meaning their TV didn't cure in some spots, I guess. I'm not really sure why it's leaking to begin with. I was pretty confident with it when I sealed it up originally. But let's go ahead and get pulling it off and see where our main flaw is. So, yeah. Alright guys, so sorry about the noise. It's like 0 degrees outside and I'm trying to keep some heat here. But we still gotta make progress on 240. So last time I left off, I was pulling the oil pan, I believe, to go ahead and reseal it. Well, I got a little carried away and I apologize. However, motor, so the valve cover, the intake manifold, and my wiper arms are all at sandblasting right now. My buddy Caleb's gonna get that done for me. And we have the motor all cleaned up. So we painted the block, brackets, cleaned it up a lot. This is like a whole new motor. It's insane. It's absolutely insane how a little bit of paint and cleaning really brought this thing back to life. So we got pulleys painted, all this timing covers that came out beautifully with that aluminum blast block, the oil filter adapter, and got that sealed up, and then painted the oil pan as well. Let's see. But so this alternator, so stock KA alternator is only an 80 amp, and I have a standalone ECU. I have a big ass fuel pump in there. I have a lot of newer generation stuff, if that makes sense. I brought the car up to the newest century instead of the old 90s tech, if that makes sense. I'm not really sure how to word that. But so I need a bigger alternator, because when I was looking at the graph on my ECU, it was showing like 12.5, 12.8 volts, and that's not good enough. So this is a VQ alternator for a 350Z or a G35, anything, yeah. So I'm gonna try to make this work. It's mounted up on the pivot bolt right here, but I have to make a mount that comes up over here. And of course, nobody sells one. No, I haven't seen anybody do this before. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna run this alternator or not, just because it's a 200 amp, and that's way too much. However, a lot of people either go LS or the Nissan Quest alternators, which the Nissan Quest, I might end up going that route, just because it's like 125 amp, I believe. So that should be perfect. That I don't need 200 amp. I'm not running some crazy sound system or something. But so that's kind of what's going on with this. Yeah, like I said, I'm just waiting for buddy Caleb to get done sandblasting my stuff, and so we can throw it all on. I have some, I just ordered a bunch of parts, dress-up bolts. There's a lot of stuff I ordered, but that should pretty much clean up the KA, bring it back to life, and that thing will be ready to go in the car. So
I gotta get back to this now. Now that I'm on a stopping point on that, waiting on parts and stuff. But, so, I got welding wire. I don't know if I told you guys already in the video or not, but, so now we can go back to welding up the engine bay and cleaning it up. And that will be in the next video. So, I appreciate you guys for watching. It really means a lot to me, and I want to keep doing these videos. I think they're a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoy them. So, alright. Well, you guys have a good day, and I will see you next one.